Okay, this is a game for Drakesfjord. He sent me a message on Reddit asking me to cast. It's a 24-minute game. Is that it's pretty fast-paced. Let's just hop in and see how it goes. On the Radiant team, we have a Phoenix. So there were just some regen mango tangos. There's a Spirit Breaker, pretty common start. Fairy Fire tangos, Orb of Venom. There's a Potom with Slippers of Agility, just going for the Wraith Bands. Two Fairy Fires on the Dazzle, just looking to harass the offlaner. OD in the mid lane, two Mantles, obviously going for Null Talismans. Against a Death Prophet in the mid lane that has just a full magic wand. That's interesting. I guess maybe thinking she was against the Dazzle. Full wand's interesting. Then there's the Huskar in the offlane going for Bracers, with the Skywrath Mage going for just Null Talismans. This is all this hero needs, is just give him as many Null Talismans as he can get. We'll see if there's going to be a fight there. And then there's the Drow Ranger going with 9 tangos, going to go for Wraith Bands as well, with a Support Lion with tangos and clarities. I'm sure it'll be a pretty good game. Looks like they are going to contest this room. Spirit Breaker and Dazzle walking up. Huskar and Skywrath Mage are not looking to contest it. Huskar just coming up, getting a cheeky auto with Burning Spears on the Dazzle. Does get hit with that arrow. Very well may die. It's a 5-second duration stun. Followed up by the Spirit Breaker charge, then the Dazzle Poison Touch. He does just die like that. That's an unfortunate death. Maybe wasn't quite expecting the arrow. Spirit Breaker did get the kill though, which I say isn't bad, but it's actually pretty bad. It's going to give him early boots, which increases his damage. It's actually pretty sad. That is kind of the least person. Is getting pretty harassed. Has 3 Burning Spears, Skywrath landing some Arcane Bolts. Huskar did eat an arrow, but I mean didn't take any damage after. Maybe a right click or 2. Dazzle, eating some Arcane Bolts. Half health already. Does have a stick now, though. Spirit Breaker salved up. Charging in on the Skywrath. Is an arrow. Is not going to be able to look for the arrows blocked by Huskar and the creeps. Does get Poison Touch, though, and is going to die to the Poison Touch. Dazzle does just get the right click. Huskar eats a 3rd arrow. This Potom's 3 for 3 on the arrows on the Huskar. Dazzle, low health, is going to be able to make it away unless Skywrath Arcane Bolt kills him. I don't think it will. Huskar gets stunned by the Spirit Breaker. Is Dazzle dead? No, sticks up. He's not going to die. Just a Drow versus a Phoenix. This is the bot lane that's, I guess it's going to be very contested. Spirit Breaker completely out of mana though, does not have mana for charge. Morana went for leap second. Dazzle walking back to base. Another arrow on the Huskar. It's 4 for 4 on arrows on the Huskar. That's I don't know if that's impressive from the Potom or bad for the Huskar. See, how's this mid lane going? Oh wait, I guess I should be cutting on last hits denies. Whoops. OD up slightly. Is going for Null Talismans. It's getting a little harassed, which is to be expected though. I think once DP gets bottle and gets mana to just spam Crit Swarm. I mean, they're just going to trade for him. I really don't think there's kill potential either way. Phoenix a little low, just salving up in the bot lane. Skywrath is clarity. Spirit Breaker walked all the way back to get mana. Where's he going to charge? Is level 2. So I wonder where he's going to charge. Morana half health. Does have a stick though. 1 Burning Spears on her, eating some damage. Does have a salve as well though. Spirit Breaker is charging the Skywrath Mage. Does not have the silence. They do not have a way to stop the charge. I don't think they don't have mana for the arrow, so there'll probably be no follow up. Poison does get the Poison Touch on him. Is eating a lot of harass backwards though. It does not look like he's gonna die. Morana sticks in and leaps, does get the kill on the Huskar. Skywrath Mage lives with very low health. Spirit Breaker does charge him though. Is he going to get a bash? Does get a bash, does get the kill. Morana actually gets the kill, so that's very nice for the Morana. There's always a bash when you need it. That's how you know a good Huskar or a good Spirit Breaker from a mediocre Spirit Breaker is he can summon the bash. He doesn't have Dota Plus, but he must have bought enough loot boxes to rig the RNG in his favor. Because that's how it does it. You either have Dota Plus or you just buy a lot of loot boxes. That's how you get bashes. That's all it is, man. Secret of the win. Is Mirana just going to die right here to the Skywrath Mage? Does not die to the Skywrath Mage. It's very low, though. Surprised he stopped in that bush. Actually is dead to the Skywrath Mage. No, 6 health. Great heal from Dazzle. Oh, man. Sitting at 40 health now. Fell all the way to 6. Skywrath kind of contesting the pool. Is charged by the Spirit Breaker, though. Poison touched on. Does have a follow-up arrow. This is a very dead Skywrath Mage. 5-1. This is looking very good for the Radiant team. Potom is very strong right now. Is not doing well farm-wise though, but I think has 4 kills. No, 2-0 and 3. Spirit Breaker charging the mid lane. Is very low health. Does not have charges for the Spirit Siphon. Unless he gets a bash, though, will not likely find a kill. Actually, Outward the Virus going up. Does have the Arcane Orb. Did not use his Equilibrium Rune. They do get the kill on the Death Prophet. There was a TP from the Huskar. Outworld Devourer is dead to the Burning Spears in the tower. Spirit Breaker TP'd out. Managed to escape. 1 rune. It looks like 3 runes for the Radiant team. So that's always nice. Only less than 1k gold advantage though, so it's not the end of the world. There are now 3 top though. Spirit Breaker charging the Drow Ranger. Drow has no points in silence. Well, I was holding a point, so could have put a point in if he felt like they were going to complete the charge. Lion is up here though. I guess they're just looking to kill the... Well, I guess I say kill. I just mean contest the farm. She's had just complete free farm. No one's even tried to contest her. Just turn the Phoenix. Good stun from the Lion, getting just a little bit of harass in. Mirana is now down here by herself though, so she might struggle to farm in that lane. Poison touch on the Lion, they lost sight, so they were not... Ooh, excuse me, were not able to get the charge off. They do have ward now, so they can see him if they want to charge him. Phoenix is only level 3 though, so they do not have Egg. Actually doing very poorly in the soft lane. I guess it's just a hard lane to go into by yourself, a Lion, and a Drow Ranger. Drow with the 3 points in the Frost Arrows did not take the silence. They're still just sitting up here. Is letting a little harassed. The wards does get charged. That was an unfortunate time charge. Is poison touched as well. Is going to die to all of the burn damage. Skywrath Mage teleports up. Are they going to be able to find a kill on the Spirit Breaker? They're not going to find a kill on the Spirit Breaker. TP's out. And a D-ward from the Dazzle. Well played. It was pretty obvious when he warded. I mean, they walked right into him. Stopped. OD. 3 null talismans versus the no null talismans on the Death Prophet. No null talismans. No bracers. It's over. That's why she's losing. I expected to see 4 null talismans. Instead, I see none. Yeah, see, this is it. This is how you play. You just go for 6 null talismans, maybe boots, if you're feeling frisky. 3 bracers on the Huskar. I missed a kill on, on the Phoenix. Lion gets the kill. Where did he die at? Did the Drow? Oh, he dived. I guess it was an auto attack after the Icarus dive. They just followed him. Unfortunate. A Drow is 6 though, so now Drow's farm acceleration is going to be absolutely insane. Charge on the Death Prophet in the mid lane. It does have Spirit Siphons going though, so he's going to stay full health. Good grave from the Dazzle. I don't know if it'll matter. It's still Spirit Siphon. Death Prophet going very deep. Eats a lot of burn damage and just dies to the tower. Lion charge as well. Is probably going to die from the right clicks from the Phoenix. Does not die from the right clicks from the Phoenix. Teleport in from the Huskar, who leaps onto the Dazzle. Dazzle is dead from the burning spears. Huskar is half health. Is not going to turn onto the Spirit Breaker. Is scared of the OD, I suppose. I'm not sure. I feel like he should have committed, but he probably knew more than I am. I'm not a Huskar player, especially the new Huskar. Probably just scared of the damage from the new OD. And Drow has just moved into the jungle. Is probably going to farm her farm is going to accelerate drastically. They don't really have a good way to try to stop the Drow from farming. Maybe a charge from the Spirit Breaker, but they don't have any instant stuns or any good ways to move into the jungle to contest them. They walk directly past the Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker charges into the Drow. Good stun from the Lion. Drow might be able to just walk away. Does not have the Gust though. Dodges the arrow from the Marana. So is going to walk out. Huskar died in the mid lane again. They went deep to try to get a kill on the OD and the Dazzle. Death Prophet does pick up the double kill though for both the Dazzle and the OD. So it was unfortunate that Huskar died, but they did get 2 kills in return. Lion died in the top lane. Was charged by the Spirit Breaker probably. Marana does not land the arrow, and they did not have enough sight. Maybe it was on cooldown, but maybe they just lost sight before he could get the charge off. Eating a little bit of couple of auto attacks from the Drow. Skywrath farming his no talismans in the bot lane. It's pretty nice. And Drow just farming ancients because she does it so easily now. She should have moved down here probably right at 6, but I guess thinking they can contest the lane and get the jungle as well, but they do have a good way to contest the lane. Lion is charged by the Spirit Breaker. Phoenix does not have dive, or does have dive, does not have fire spirits. Good stun from the Lion. Is very slowed though, so I do not think he will. Yeah, he does escape actually. And Marana does not have any leap charges to leap into the tower. Good escape from the Lion. Just unfortunate timing. The arrow missed from Marana. They did not have the fire spirits up, so just slightly lagging in damage. 2 spirits on the Death Prophet. 3 no talismans on the OD. Does have tranquils. I guess the new tranquils are extremely nice. I haven't seen a lot of mid laners pick them up, especially like an OD. I don't know. Maybe just favoring move speed. Do you lose the move speed? Yeah, you do. Well, slightly, just 4 move speed. Maybe it's just going. It values the percent move speed over the static move speed. I guess it's all move speed. Dazzle, good grade from the Dazzle onto the Marana. Skywrath Mage and Lion do die though. Huskar is probably dead here as well. Does not get hit with the arrow. Does get a couple of arrows or burning spears onto the Marana, but the Astral Imprisonment is going to stop the damage. Marana lives fine. It's a 3 for 1. But a 5-man rotation. Well, yeah. 5 people to the bot lane do stop that. I guess it was worth it, but unless they push this tier 1, which it doesn't look like they're going to do, they're just not going to get much off of it. They did get an offlane, a kill on the both supports in the offlaner though, but this Drow is just still free farming. Level 10 already, has the Dragon Lance. Yeah, let's go to net worth. Yeah, Drow with the 5.5k net worth, 1.2k above the next highest on the enemy team. Wait, what did I just miss this kill at? Oh, mid lane. Whoops. Death Prophet kills the Phoenix in the mid lane. They do get a return kill. Huskar is fighting the Spirit Breaker and the Marana. Is that a... he does live. It was, whoops. Phoenix died for the return kill. Marana died. Okay. Skywrath Mage got a return kill on the bottom. Is going to die to the Phoenix most likely. Does die. Does get a silence off, interrupts the Icarus. Is probably just going to die to the Drow Ranger. Huskar actually shows up and gets the kill. Spirit Breaker TPing out. Might charge in later. They did put this ward directly on top of a sentry. That was a little unfortunate. Kaya now up on the OD, going for the Sage and Kaya. Great item with the new OD. Bottom teleport spot, going for the Maelstrom. Now has a Bracer, going straight for the Aeon Disc on the DP. Not sure how I feel about that. Guess it stops it from being popped. Charge on the Huskar cancels it. seeing that the Lion was there to stop his charge. Lion does now have Finger, so wants to try to start getting kills to get the stacks up. Drow level 12. Just new farm acceleration once you hit 6 is insane. Death Prophet close to her, Aeon Disc. Moonlight Shadow used by the Marana. Looks like they're just going to disengage from this. There is a charge from the Spirit Breaker onto the Death Prophet though. Death Prophet does get hit with the Poison Touch. It's very slow, does get bashed. Does have a Spirit Siphon going on the Spirit Breaker, so it's healing quite a lot. Second fight over here. Phoenix does get an egg. They do get a finger kill onto the bottom. Skywrath Mage does live and they do kill the egg. Death Prophet does get a kill on the Dazzle over here. And it does look like they're going to run down the Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker lives. There is a jump onto the OD from the Huskar. Is hit with the Skywrath Slow, followed by a couple of Arcane Bolts. Death Prophet feeling frisky walking in. Does not die. No, does die. No, does not die. Sanity does not die. The Sanity Slip is judged by the Huskar, or by the Spirit Breaker might die. OD gets a kill from the Huskar. Bottom TP's in, kills the Huskar. But Marana dies in return. Spirit Breaker charges the Death Prophet. Death Prophet is siphoning and TPing out. Does manage to TP out. Spirit Breaker dies in return. Charges into the forward enemy team. Drow gets the kill. Drow also kills the Dazzle. So that was what was that in the end? A 7 for 1, 5k XP swing. That's pretty massive actually.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Drakesfjord on the Drow now sitting at 8.2k net worth. Did go straight for the Blink Dagger instead of finishing up the Hurricane Pike. Going for the instant, preferring the instant blink over the Force Staff. Wanting to jump in, position a good silence, or just blink into a good fight. Stacking the silences on the OD. Does die from the stacked damage of the Skywrath Mage and the Death Prophet. They do get the tier 1 in the mid lane. Spirit Breaker up here fighting in the top lane does Nether Strike the Drow Ranger, who is egged and leaped on by the Marana. Marana does die. Spirit Breaker does die in return from the Huskar Burning Spears. As egg committed, Moonlight Shadow also used Huskar healing up under the tower. Lion walks into everyone. Does get medallioned and bad juju. Is very low health. Does die to the Dazzle, or the Dazzle Poison Touch. They do get a kill on the Marana as well. Dazzle dies from the Burning Spears in the well actually. Phoenix does not have any spells. Might die to the Skywrath Mage. Skywrath Mage is charged by the Huskar, or charged by the Spirit Breaker, earned to get the kill. Skywrath Mage does die. Death Prophet Spirit Siphons and follows the Spirit Breaker on the tower. Does get a kill on the Spirit Breaker. Is also getting a kill on the Phoenix. Actually, Huskar gets a kill on the Phoenix with the what is this? Burning Spear damage. They are diving the OD. OD does die from the Huskar. There's an arrow onto the Death Prophet. Huskar with the good disarm onto the Marana is maybe going to live from this. Does live from this. Marana runs away. That new disarm on a Huskar is nutty actually. I was iffy on about it at first, but it's actually great. Such a short cooldown. 16 seconds at level 2. Ooh, this is a pretty crazy game. Lion does pick up a kill on the Marano. Has 2 ult stacks now. Does get poison touched and bashed from the Spirit Breaker. Does die. Who else died? Phoenix, Skywrath Mage got a kill on the Phoenix. Spirit Breaker is going to possibly die from the Death Prophet running him down. These spirits are just out of range. Spirit Breaker TPs away, or charges away, and TPs is going to be fine. Dazzle getting run down from the Huskar, and the Skywrath Mage does die.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Drakesfjord on the Drow just down here farming. Does now have the completed Hurricane Pike. Going for the Manta to the Butterfly next. Went for the 5 all stats and attack speed. Pretty common. Let's see. OD. Going for the Sanjakaya. Good bit away from about 1200. Went for the 20 attack speed over the health. Rana has no talents, just wanted the extra Starstorm point. Is quite far away from a Maelstrom still. Is very low on the net worth, 4800. Spirit Breaker going for the Vessel. The Vessel will be a great item against the Huskar. It's pretty close to having it. Arrow onto the Huskar from the Marana. They do kill the Roshan. It goes to the DP. Huskar is dead to the Dazzle. Phoenix does die as well. Egg does not go off. Marana dies trying to trade with the Skywrath Mage. They're both dead. Death Prophet siphoning an invisible Spirit Breaker. They finally do give Sentry Vision and the Spirit Breaker dies. Did he pick up an Invisor? I think he picked up an Invisor. So that was 3 for 2. Egg used. It was a good trade for the Radiant. However, they did not kill the Aegis. I think they actually wanted the Aegis on the Huskar, but he ate that arrow, was not able to pick it up in time. So it was on the Death Prophet. Not the greatest Aegis carrier, but I guess they were just panicking. Whoever picked it up, picked it up.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Okay. There's a charge on the creeps. Just gonna go get a little farm. Skywrath Mage going for the Atos. Lion going for the Tomb of Knowledge. Tome of Knowledge. Does have the Hurricane Pike and the Yasha on the Drow Ranger. Is incredibly farmed. 11k net worth. 12k net worth basically. Going for the Halberd on the Huskar. Does have the Armlet and Treads. Arrow does hit the Huskar again. They're going 4 step away from the Drow. Is going to be fine. Dazzle died in the bot lane to the Skywrath Mage. Does he have his Atos? No, just ran him down, I suppose. I don't know what stopped his TP. Did he not have a TP? Maybe he didn't have a TP. Could have just graved and TP'd on him. But just must not have had it. Drums on the Death Prophet. Charge on the Skywrath Mage. Marana TP down. Is this arrow going to land? Arrow does not land. Hits a creep instead. Good charge in from the Spirit Breaker, followed up by an instant bash. Does kill the Marana before he dies. Is he a level 12? Yeah, it's 14 actually, so with the level 2 Mystic Flare with 1000 damage. Marana does also pick up the kill on the Skywrath Mage, so Huskar leaps in on the Phoenix as Phoenix dies away, so he follows him all the way to the tower. Does also force out the egg and kills the egg. There was no rotations, just completely got a free kill and a free egg, so they forced the egg. OD died as well actually. When did OD die? I guess he died in that same exchange. Potom tries to leap away. Blink Silence from the Drow. Moonlight Shadow maybe? Made him go invisible? Yeah. Good charge from the Spirit Breaker. Lands on Death Prophet. Decides to cancel. Is Hex though. 2 Spirit Siphons running on the Death Prophet with the... what is this? Exorcism running around. Dazzle does die. Gets Silence. Drow also kills the Moranum. Spirit Breaker doesn't manage to TP away though. This is 1 lane of racks. Death Prophet, Exorcism is over. Huskar, kind of low health, but is just going to regen with his new passive. Does get a silence onto the OD, and then OD just instantly dies. Is maybe giving up on the game. Is just walking into them, playing way too aggressive to not have a BKB. They have just so many ways to deal with him. 2, 3 silences, stuns, disarms, and knockbacks. So this is no Marana for 35, no OD for 25. This is definitely a second lane of barracks. Does not let to go for a third. Atos onto the Phoenix from the Skywrath, who just combos him and kills him. There is no backdoor protect, or there is backdoor protection because there's no creeps, but there's a creep wave on the way. Backdoor protection is down, so this is definitely 2 lane of barracks. Are they just going to end right here, or are they going to try to get that tier 2 in the bot lane.
Radiant's
Looks like they're just pushing the end. I guess the Radiant team has given up, just going to let them end. Huskar eats another arrow. Huskar has eaten so many arrows this game. Okay. Well, it looks like that's it. A 23-minute game from the Dire team. Very well played.
Radiant's ancient is under
Let's see, what is the current gold? No, not current gold. Net worth. Where's net worth at? Net worth. Skywrath Mage dies. A just popped on the Drow Ranger. I mean, the game's over. 16k net worth on the Drow. Only 10k on the Huskar and 10k on the Death Prophet. Good blink away from the Drow. So, I mean, it was a great game. Very fast paced, very hectic. Just shows the power of the new marksmanship on the Drow Rangers. Absolutely insane if given space. Just completely uncontested freeform. They are diving the fountain. Death Prophet and Huskar die. Dazzle is not going to die. Is going to regen up. Drow kills the Aegis before she dies. That's it. I hope you enjoyed the cast. Please leave any comments, messages. Tell me how bad I am, annoying my voice is. Just anything. Thanks for the replay, Drakesfjord. You played extremely well. 9-1-7. Farmed out of control, man.